Okay, I'm ready. So,
You sure?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, well, my mom has been in the hospital a lot, so I would have to go all the way back from childhood as to how it affected me.
Okay.
So, as a kid, like I just became used to my mom going into the hospital. Like it wasn't like most kids, like that's like it's rare that their parents had to go in the hospital, so everybody's like really sympathetic. But it became something I became used to because my mom, she went in the hospital so much and she had so many surgeries. So it just became like, okay, I was just used to her being sick. I was always used to, her needing my help. Like that's just something I was just used to. Like it wasn't like, oh, this is a burden on me. I was just conditioned to it because, I've been helping her, my whole life, my whole childhood. So it was, like I said, I got used to her going to the hospital. It was times I would sit up in the waiting room with her and wait for her to be seen by the doctor as a kid, as a little kid. As a teenager, it was difficult because we was living, off of SSI, and when you live off of SSI, this is just not a lot of money. And my father, he just really wasn't. He just wasn't there, and wasn't there helping financially, and it was a challenge because it was like, it was things I wanted to get involved in school and like do stuff, because their parents are doing this and doing that. And it's not that my mom, she didn't try. She did a good job, with what she had, but it was a challenge because I just wanted to get involved in more things. But I just wasn't really, she just didn't have the funding or the resources to do it. Like we didn't have a car. We was getting around on your ride. So, it kind of, I guess wore a little bit on my kind of on my self-esteem a little bit because I felt like, why I got to catch the bus, everybody else parents, get to pick them up and all this stuff. So I always kind of felt, why I got to be in this situation. Now, as an adult, it's still a challenge, because when she goes through these surgeries or these issues with health, I'm her only child. So I'm the only one that's really there for her. Like it's been some surgeries, like I'll be the only one that show up. But and I don't think it's necessary that other family, they're not supportive because a lot of times, sometimes they do come, but it's that she has so many surgeries that they're just not able to be at every single surgery. It's so often that she's in the hospital. That's how often it is. But it's like, sometimes I've been the only one that's been there. And it's just like I said, to this day, it's just something I'm adapted to. So like people always get sad or show sympathy for my mom being in the hospital. It's just like, I never really been sad that she in the hospital. Like, because I'm just so numb to it. So it's not something like, oh, my mom in the hospital, boo hoo. It's just like, okay, mom's in the hospital again, but she always comes back. And I think that's probably the hope of it, that she's always coming back.
When I was 19 and that happened, I still remember God came to me at night in a dream. I had a dream, I was in 4 waterfalls, in the middle of 4 waterfalls. One was in the front, one was in the back, and one was on each side. I was staring at this amazing bright light. This light was so bright and it was so peaceful and pleasant. So I just started crying. I was like in the middle of 4 waterfalls and the water didn't flow above no further over my feet. So when I woke up, I was still crying. And that's when I couldn't move. So I had Cornel call my mom and tell him, hurry up and come to the hospital. I couldn't even move at that point. When I got to the hospital, the doctors came in, there was 4 of them. It was like a team of surgeons and this and that. And they was explaining to me what they was gonna do and this and that. And they asked me if I had any questions. I was like, yeah, can I go home tomorrow? And they was like, well, how much more feed y'all give her? She don't even understand, I truly had no fear because God had already shown me that he was gonna take care of everything. So that's why when they told me everything they was gonna do, they basically was telling me that they didn't know if I would make it, but I didn't care. I gave it up to God at that point. Mm-hmm. And we're on by my business.
Mentally as an adult, like I said, I just kind of, I'm just there to support her. I mean, what pretty much affected her affected me most definitely. Like I said, my mother, she has strength, and I think, that strength, seeing her strength kind of gives me strength mentally, seeing her keep going. So, like I said, mentally, I just kind of put, everything in God's hands, and mentally, I'm just along her side, fighting with her, helping, whatever she needs. I'm just here, my mom, and with my mom, we like this, so.
That's your best friend?
Yeah, that's my best friend. Okay, taking care of a parent that has health issues. To any advice I would give, well, it's the one, it's supposed to be vice versa. You help your parent, but at the same time, they have a responsibility to take care of you as well, because they're the parent. What I would say is basically to find support if you can. If you have the support, family members, stay close with family. I would definitely encourage, if you're religious, definitely praying. I think prayer, got me through a lot of things. And also I say finding a purpose for you. Finding what really got me through this fight was to thrive, to be successful. I think that's the thing. You can't get lost in caring for somebody else. You got to still know who you are, what you want, and finding that purpose. And I think that purpose is what will keep you going. She don't get discouraged easily. And, like I said, I just want the strength that she has, because, sometimes I do get discouraged easily, but she doesn't. So I just think that's remarkable that she have that amount of strength, because really, like she said, it's really, when you have Crohn's and all these other illness, I mean, at the end of the day, I can be there for her and let her know I'm there for her. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what she's going through. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been through Crohn's. I don't know too many people who've been through Crohn's, who had compartment syndrome. Like, that's not something, like she said, that's normal. Her case is rare. So at the end of the day, she really is kind of alone going through what she's going through. Like, I mean, she has family that love her. She has support. But we're not there. We haven't been through what she went through. So for her to keep the strength that she has is, it's remarkable.
First of all, keep a Bible with you. Read your Bible every day and every night. If you don't have God or something, a higher power to believe in, you will slip and slide and go through all types of. You got to have something stronger to do the things you can't, because you'll go crazy trying. You know what's wrong with your body before they do. So you need something, a higher power. I believe in God. I believe that He has done so many healings for me. He ain't gonna stop. But yeah, keep a journal. Definitely keep a journal. Get to know your doctors. Research whatever you're going through. Whatever they tell you wrong with you, research it. Get to know what's going on with you. Don't let a doctor tell you that this is supposed to happen. Read it up on your own. Get to know it and be familiar with it as much as you can, so that when you start having side effects and things like that, you know what's going on. You're not bum rushed by it, because that can be overwhelming. Try to have support. Have your family come up there. Let your doctors and nurses know you're not alone. Definitely keep a journal. Make sure that family knows what's going on with you or whatever. Make sure somebody in your family know everything. But you just in case something happened. And get your Bible and read and pray every night. Stay prayed up, because you're going to need them angels to fight for you. And even angels fight for you even while you sleep. you know, so you're going to need that. And I strongly believe in that. Every time I go to the hospital, I try to take my Bible with me.